I've got skills, they don't know where to use me. I'm like the best dressed dude at the nude beach. Nice to meet you. I am more the quiet type, I tend to be a shyer guy. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Hey. How's everybody doing? It is August 6th. I'm back. I'm back from tour. I did it. Tour is over, we survived. I have been back here before now, but it was a weird day. It was like Thursday at 1 p.m. So this is my first normal stream back since getting home on Tuesday. Hey everybody, we played for like 3,000 people in July, so I'm gonna assume that there are quite a few more people in the chat that I actually met since the last time I did kind of my normal stream. So let's see who's here. John Fluffles is here. I saw John. Time of Some is here. I saw Time. Heckin' Frickin' is here. Katie Alfonsi is here. Uguay is here. I saw Uguay. Tree is here. Wish I had seen Tree. Shuese is here. We got Ezra Blau. We got Ghosty. We got Fred. Knacker is here. Biggest of Men. Thomas Boyers. Harry is here with Puck, Emily, and Eva. That's too many people. That's too many people to be in one spot. Peeker the Random Poster's here. Vuris Blackheart is here. My dad is here, which means my mom is probably here too. Cornfield Cryptid is here. Gosh, we got a lot of people here. Why are so many people watching? There's too many people. Making Monkey is here. Let's see. I think that is everybody. As I'm scrolling up, there might be some more people. I met Cornfield Cryptid in Columbus. Coin is here. Always enjoy these streams, so that means the motor racing commentary has gone on mute. Let me just give the motor racing commentary, and hopefully it matches up. Oh, they're going around the corner. Oh, they're revving their engines. Oh, this one is winning. I'm gonna grab something real quick. Look at this filler map real quick. Hold on. I'll be right back. Like 4 seconds. Okay, I'm back. I have a thing. It's my little spinner, and it spins. And it doesn't have a little arrow on it, but I can still tell like what the top thing is. There should be a little arrow that goes down here, but it's Velcro and it fell off somewhere. So I'm thinking of using a wheel because I've had this in my office for forever, and then I just saw it and I was like, this would be fun. And I was like, oh yeah, it's just dry erase. I can just write things on here. So what I've done is I've written 3 different albums. The green one is Bigger Than Myself. The red one is Torn Between a Couple. The yellow one's Rough Draft, and the white one is either Bug Juices or Etc. And Etc. just means something that's not on any of those 3 albums. So it could be Too Bad Too Bath, could be Swallowing Gum, could be The Chase. That's about it. I guess I could play a Surge of Confidence song if I wanted to, but that's what Etc. means. So anyways, that's what I'm going to use for doing songs today, because I just thought that'd be fun, and I like the little clicky noise that it makes. So hey, I'm Bug. I was on tour. I'm back. I used to do streams a lot. I haven't done them in a little bit, but now I'm doing them again. A lot of exciting things happening in my world. So here's how I do this. I do songs. I'll play some Bug Hunter songs, and then in between Bug Hunter songs, I do something called Cozy Q&A, where I answer your questions or tell stories if you don't have any questions, because I have lots of stories to tell, especially after a month on the road with Matt and my dad and Kyle and Jesse for parts of it. So this feels a little out of tune. My guitar has been traveling a lot, and so when your guitar travels, sometimes it just gets out of tune. Ooh, there it was. It was the high E string. which makes sense because I only tuned 5 of the strings while the little countdown was going, and I was like, I have to hit the button, and so why don't we do a song? I'm gonna use my little wheel here. Let's see, can everyone see this? Cool. So we're gonna spin it, and I'll do something from whatever it lands on, and maybe that'll be fun. It's probably very loud. Oh, bug chooses. Great, immediately. Cool. Well, that's not very fun. This is just what it normally is. Okay, well, let me think. What do I want to do? I hadn't thought this far ahead. Okay, how about I did that on my last stream. Need a capo for that one. I am feeling this one today. I just do. 2, 3, 4. Piano teacher, here I am for class. I didn't do a single thing you asked. I'm still waiting for this shit to get fun. Piano teacher, don't you act so stressed, 'cause when I leave my mom will cut your check. We all get what we want, except my mom. Sorry, Mom. If the story could fast forward, I would smash that button down. I'm not the next all-star, I'm hardly an artist. I bought this guitar and I'm trying my hardest. When I'm by myself, nothing can stop me, but I can't perform if there's anyone watching. When I hit play, I'm still in the same place. Piano teacher, my old soccer coach, college professor, everyone I know. I'm sorry I couldn't listen to you then. It wasn't your fault I abandoned it. I only learn when I am passionate, but when I am, I cannot be controlled. If the story could fast forward, I would clamp that button down. I'm not the next all-star, I'm hardly an artist. I bought this guitar and I'm trying my hardest. When I'm by myself, nothing can stop me, but I can't perform if there's anyone watching. When I hit play, I'm still in the same place. Hey. Oh, oh. I'm hardly an artist. 2 notes in my guitar riff and no signs of stopping. Look, Mom, watch me. I'm hardly an artist. 2 notes in my guitar riff and no signs of stopping. Look, Mom, watch me. I'm not the next all-star, I'm hardly an artist. I bought this guitar and I'm trying my hardest. When I'm by myself, nothing can stop me, but I can't perform if there's anyone watching. It's all fun and games till you find your profession. Then you look back on a lifetime of lessons. I won't spend a penny on one more obsession. I'll take my hobby before your investment. What? I don't know. Well, I've been skipping the best moments. Now I'm done, and all I hope is when I hit play, I'm back in the same place. Woo! I miss the applause. Thanks everybody. Yeah. I said investment. I just can't remember if it was the word. Yeah. Y'all, we only played Piano Teacher probably like 3 times on tour. Because it's still it's kind of a deeper cut, even though everybody popped off for it. Which I've started saying now because Matt loved to say that. Let me double check. Piano Teacher we played 3 times. I was right. I just put the stats of what we played on tour in the Discord. And we played Making Up Words at every show. We played Disco at every show. We played Dear McCracken at every show. We played Be Glad I Love You and Too Bad Too Bath at every show. We almost played Key and Pine Cones at every show. We played a lot of Take It Back. And then the next up was a new song that we played at almost every show, 12 out of the 19. Played some Point to Prove. I didn't know we played Toddler 10 times. Y'all went nuts for Toddler, which I was very excited about. Yeah, Toddler went very well. Then Pebbles we played at 6. Go with the Flow we played 6 times. Boogie Pete 6 times. Deserve Me 5 times. I didn't think it was 5 times. I guess it was. Safe Word 4 times with mixed results. But yeah, we played Piano Teacher 3 times, and every time everybody was huge on it. Yeah. Katie says that Chelsea was robbed of Take It Back, and Chelsea quite genuinely was robbed of Take It Back. There hadn't been a death metal band playing in the parking lot, then we probably could have done that. But that's just how Chelsea was. Chelsea was just like, we have a death metal band playing in the parking lot, and they're gonna be the loudest band that's ever played in the history of the world. And so I went all bangers on that set, just because when I was playing, you couldn't hear them, but anything softer than full volume was that's my impression of a metal band. Yeah, I play Take It Back on a lot of at most of my shows. I had to cut it from a few set lists kind of later in the tour, just to kind of help with preserving my voice, because we did 11 shows in a row. But for the most part, in the future, we're going to plan not to do 11 shows in a row, and I will hopefully be able to Take It Back onto every set list. Let's do a cozy Q&A. We did a lot of Q&As on this tour. We did I think we had what was it? We had 18 shows. No, we had 19 shows. We had 19 shows. Yeah. We had 19 shows. That's so many shows. And we did like 16 VIP events, which all included some Q&As. And then there's a couple of tuning breaks that I took where I'd take questions from the audience. And I like those. I like doing Q&A. So let's do some cozy Q&A. John Fluffles wants to know, what's the longest drive that we did on tour? We actually did a pretty good job of spacing things out this time. Our longest single day drive was Dallas to St. Louis. It was a 10-hour drive, and we did 2 hours of it after the Dallas show. So we left the Dallas show at 11 p.m. and we got to our Airbnb in Oklahoma at 1:32 in the morning, and we slept for 4 hours and then got back up so we can get to the venue by 5. And if you want to know why there wasn't a early pre-show event at St. Louis, that's why. Otherwise we would have loved to do one. It's just the logistics of getting from Dallas to St. Louis in a single day was ambitious. So big props to my dad, and to Kyle and Matt for putting up with that. So I think the longest drive between 2 cities was Denver to Dallas, though. We did that over 2 days. We took a day off after Denver, and we got to Amarillo, and so we broke that one up over 2 days, so it wasn't that bad. Ooh. Dun, 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 dun. Cornfield Cryptid wants to know what was the most surreal moment from the tour. I mean, every night is surreal in a way. There's normally a part in every show where I exist outside of my body, just looking like, there's so many people here, and they all know my songs, and they're singing, and I'm singing, and I'm a musician, I'm a songwriter. Pretty much the entire thing was surreal. I don't know, I'm trying to think if there was one moment that was more surreal than any other. I mean, yeah, I got to go on the road for a month with my dad and my best friends, and just play music and whatever, 19 sold out shows. Yeah, the whole thing. New York, Brooklyn was a whole vibe. Basically, so every show that we did in July was fantastic. There's ebbs and flows at every show where, you know, maybe I'll play a song like Piano Teacher, which hey, if you know Bug Hunter and you're like, oh, I love Disco in the Panic Room, I love Dear McCracken, I love Too Bad, Too Bad and a Ghost, I don't really know anything else. You come to the show and you sing those songs. But maybe, I've never heard Piano Teacher. So you listen and you're like, oh, cool, that was a cool song. And maybe like half the audience is singing along. So there's ebbs and flows in the thing. And so like Dear McCracken normally pops off, as Matt would say. But, you know, that song, everybody who's there basically knows it. Even if you're a Narcissist Cookbook fan, if you've done any amount of research into Bug Hunter at all, you know Dear McCracken. Brooklyn was like Dear McCracken energy for the entire show. Which, yeah, it was 250 people just slammed into the smallest, one of the smallest venues we played. It was the largest show of July besides Denver, by just like 10 people, and it was the smallest room we played. It was great. It wasn't smaller than Chelsea, Michigan. That was a much smaller room, but relative. So. Drooper asks, who was the loudest crowd and why was it Chelsea, Michigan? Loudest crowd was Brooklyn. Sorry, I don't mean to call out. I mean, everybody was loud, but Brooklyn was just louder than everybody else. I don't know what to tell you. Denver, honorable mention for volume. St. Louis also. Some of the shows aren't fair, because like Omaha and Richmond and Boston Night 1 were all seated shows, and the volume of those are just always going to be more chilled out. That's the shows where I play, you know, Listen to Your Mom and Waving Goodbye, and I play Hide and Seek in Richmond and make myself cry on stage. So that's fun. Brickwalla wants to know, how is it to be back home? Is it relaxing, or do you find yourself bored? Definitely not bored, that's for sure. I've got a lot of things cooking in the oven. If you've been paying attention to my social media posts over the last couple days, I am arguably busier than I was on tour right now. Beaker wants to know, how is DiGiorno's pizza in Chicago? It's not delivery. Though it was delivery, actually. We did get that pizza delivered. So it specifically was not DiGiorno's because it was delivery. It's not DiGiorno's, it was delivery. It was from this place that Jesse recommended. It was this deep dish place. And we were, so we finished the show in Chicago. We all wanted deep dish pizza, so right before the merch line started, Jesse put in the order for a cheese pizza from this place that he knew, and I can't remember the name of it now. It wasn't Giordano's, it was another one. And we were like sitting out on like the sidewalk after the show, like in our van, because like everybody had left and we'd been locked out of the venue. Like everyone had gone home, but we were still waiting for our pizza delivery, and so it finally pulls up 11:20, and there's no cutlery, no napkins, nothing, just a box of pizza, and it has not been pre-cut whatsoever. So we fortunately find a flimsy plastic knife in like the glove compartment from like, I don't know, we had gotten like Wendy's the night before or something, and it had a little kit, and so we're just like tearing this deep dish pizza apart, standing on the sidewalk in the middle of downtown Chicago. Yeah, it was very good though. It was worth it. Peaker wants to know, did any other places snap better than Chicago? So you're talking about Safe Word. I played Safe Word 4 times. I played it at the Chicago VIP event. I played it at the Atlanta VIP event, and I played it at the Nashville VIP event, and then I played it in the show in Pittsburgh. Chicago snapped great. Atlanta, snapped wonderful. Nashville snapped great. Y'all, Pittsburgh can't snap. Just not in their DNA. Don't know what it is. But going on record, putting you on blast, Pittsburgh cannot snap. Pittsburgh tried so hard. Matt even like ran up on stage for the third go at it and tried to like metronome everybody, and it was just no use. Tinker wants to know, what did I think of St. Paul? I don't know. I was in St. Paul for the duration of the show. I liked the venue that we were in. I loved the venue. And then we stayed in Minneapolis. I have some family there, so. But you know what I did like about St. Paul? I liked the architecture up there. There's a lot of cool buildings that I was not expecting. So, yeah. Shumu had a great time at New York and the VIP. That's awesome. Yeah, our VIP events were all, oh god, they were so fun. Didn't have a bad one. It was normally anywhere between like 15 and like 35 people, and we do like two songs each, and answer, like me and Matt would get up and do like a kind of a Q&A, and when we had Kyle and Jesse, they would be up there with us as well. Yeah, they were so fun. I hope that was a good experience. That was kind of, we trial run 2 VIP events in on the West Coast tour in April in Seattle and in Berkeley, and just kind of see, does this work? And we found we really liked it, so we added VIP events to everything we were able to in July, and hopefully people found those fun. We definitely did. They were great for kind of warming us up, and then just also having some like familiar faces in the crowd once like the actual show started, because it'd be funny, like 30 people be in the room, and we'd all be like just kind of just bantering and stuff, and we'd like, y'all don't even realize how packed it's about to get in here. And then I could like spot people. I was like, hey, I remember you. You liked me earlier, so. Knox wants to know, Mr. Pickle's Sandwich Shop song when? Yeah, I forgot to change during the Nashville VIP event, and I normally change into my my show flannel, but I was wearing my Mr. Pickle's Sandwich Shop shirt, and someone was like, what's Mr. Pickles? And I was like, shoot, I forgot to change. And then they all made me take all the like pictures wearing my Mr. Pickle shirt. I was like, I'm gonna change because I don't want y'all to have me in my Mr. Pickle shirt in the pictures. And everyone was like, no, wear the pickle shirt. So anyways, Time wants to know Halloween costume ideas for the European tours. Yeah, so if you haven't heard, if you thought, oh man, that tour with Matt sounded really fun, well, do I have news that exists for you? I haven't updated my thing, but just only look at the things that are relevant here. So New York did sell out, woo! But if you look on the right column there, that is all of our UK dates that are still to come. We have, was it 9 more shows? Whoa! Yeah, so we got 9 more shows coming up. So Dublin, that's the first time that we've played in Dublin. Haven't played in Liverpool yet. Haven't played in Cardiff. Haven't played in Berlin, Southampton, or Newcastle. So Edinburgh, London, and Manchester are all repeats of last year. And tickets are selling fast. As of right now, nothing's sold out, but that's because I learned from the US tour of how many people are going to come to these shows. So I've paced it better. I do expect most, if not all of these shows to sell out by the time they happen. So don't wait. It's gonna be very fun. I'm very excited to go back, and it does kind of help the sting a little bit of finishing the tour, and knowing that there's something just a few months away to look forward to. And the UK people will be the first ones to that will be touring where the new album will be out. So if that helps narrow it down, sometime before October 26th. Yeah. Cool. More questions from the audience. Fred wants to know, is there already a release date for the new album? It's like, yeah, 99.9% sure of a date. I haven't officially like submitted the album for like distribution yet, so technically it can change, but John Fluffles does mention this. Already ordered my tour shirt since they were sold out in Atlanta. If you came to any of the shows on our July tour, and there was we had tour shirts, the deep blue ink artwork that was on that little poster I just showed, or the Narcissist Cookbook pins, the enamel pins that Matt had, or the I'm scared that I'm imaginary shirts. Since those all sold out, we are doing a reprint, like a one-time reprint of all those things. You should have gotten an email if you attended one of those shows. If you attended the show but you, like, a friend bought your ticket, ask them for that email, because basically we're doing like free shipping for anybody who came to one of those shows. You can grab one of those, so and get those orders in before end of day tomorrow, and then we're reprinting just what y'all order and then getting those out to you as soon as we can. So. Oh, and another exciting thing: the rough draft finals are on their way. I think they're being printed this week, and they should be here within about a week or two. And then I can turn those around for anybody who bought a rough draft final from our website. So at one point, the rough draft finals were just like taking pre-orders, and anyone who ordered one was obviously going to get one. And now I have like placed the order, and so now there is a finite amount, so you can still order them, but yeah. They're not going to be around forever. So, cool, yeah. Somebody asked about strings. I've already missed it, but somebody said something about how many strings broke on tour. I snapped a string 3 nights in a row, which after the second one, I should have changed my strings, but I think I snapped a string in Richmond, Charlotte, and Atlanta. Matt snaps a string every night, but can change it really quick. Yeah, and then I changed my strings right before Nashville, and so I didn't snap any in Nashville, but Matt did during Apple, which was great. Yeah, and I did. Where else did I snap a string? I snapped a string in somewhere, because Matt used my guitar. Basically, Matt used my guitar for like 4 seconds, and Matt is heavy-handed with the strumming, so. Making Monkey wants to know, were you inspired to write any new songs on tour? No. Not on tour. I think I was mostly in, because I'm for people who don't know, I am like the title for it would be the tour manager, I suppose, if somebody else were to be doing the job that I do, which is booking all the venues and doing all the logistics, and just like figuring out where we need to be, where we're going to stay, what time we need to leave, all that kind of stuff. And so because I do that all myself, there's very little time for anything besides logistics and performing. And basically we start a 7-hour workday when we load up into a venue at 4 p.m. And we don't leave until 11 p.m. So that's like, if you think about like just like a normal kind of 9 to 5 thing, we start at 4, we end at 11, and that is just constant, just going, performing. I mean, obviously, like, I suppose I could do something while Matt is playing, but I watch Matt's show every night. But then before 4, we are driving, and there's a lot of customer service stuff. If somebody's like, hey, I need a refund for my ticket, I gotta like, here you go. So I handle all that. If you ever gotten an email from bughunterbug.com, it was me. So there's just a lot of stuff. When you grow, I think last year we played to about 1,300 people all year across 40 shows. We've already played to about 4,500 this year, with another 1,000 to go in the UK. And just with that number of people, even 1% of them need my attention for something. I put the wrong shipping address on my thing, or I bought the wrong tickets. It just adds up. So there's a lot to do. So. John wants to know what was the metal piece that was in Matt's guitar. It's a feedback buster. So Matt had a little thing that is like a little metal thing that had plastic ridges that went in the whole of the guitar, and it's basically because there's some pickups in the guitar, basically microphones, and when you have monitors on stage, they blast the sound at you so you can hear yourself, and sometimes those sounds, they also find their way into the guitar, which has the microphone, which is picking up your guitar, and if the sound from the speakers goes into your guitar and picks up on the mic, then that sound is going to come through the speakers, and then that sound is going to come through, and it's going to hit the speaker, and then that sound is going to come through, and it's going to hit the speaker, and that's what's called feedback. And so that little metal thing that Matt had is just a feedback buster to kind of make it so the sound waves don't as easily kind of boop, 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 into the old guitar hole. So. Y'all have so many questions today. I'm so excited. What is your favorite non-musical thing you did on the tour? The band played a lot of Ultimate Chicken Horse in the first half. Kyle and I played a lot of Rocket League in the car, which is the nice thing about Rocket League is you can play it just like Bluetooth. So we played a lot of 1v1. We took 4 days off in the middle of the tour to, we all needed a break, obviously. But I went and saw my wife in Columbus and had a really fun time, just like going to the zoo and going to the book loft. And yeah, so that was really nice. We didn't do very many touristy things, especially with the 11 days in a row. We saw Barbie. So I saw Barbie in Boston. Because we were in Boston for 2 days, so we had the full day where we didn't have to drive, so I went and saw Barbie. Trying to think, what else did we do? I don't remember. Yeah, tour is a blur, honestly. It's one of those things that, like, you'll be like, oh yeah, we were in Milwaukee 3 weeks ago, and it feels like yesterday, but also 5 years ago. Yeah, I don't remember anything we did. My life is going too fast, John wants to know, how's the lyric scramble going? I think it's going well. It feels like we're at a little bit of a standstill because there's just a couple of pieces missing. I think we're missing still 11 pieces that people need, but a large portion of the song can be put together now, and some guesses are right, some guesses are wrong. So. So, we're back to the wheel. Why don't we give this a spin and just see what happens, and then I'll play something, and then I'll talk some more after that. I guess I don't have to make sound effects when it makes its own sound effects. What do y'all feel? What did that land on? That feels. This is why we need the arrow. This feels rough draft, yeah. I feel like it's right in between, but it feels a little more rough draft. That's yellow. Yeah, cool. Let's do something off the rough draft. I already did the piano teacher, so let me do. Okay, everybody was asking me this earlier. Feels forgotten. talk about Into the Drama, the non-stop, stop by all the West Coast tech bros and East Coast egos. Don't you have something else to say? The old catchphrase feels so cliche. The merch can make you an ad display. If you are in New York or you love LA, it's overkill like praying for a preacher. It's overkill like a sheep in a t-shirt. It's overkill, no need for a seat. If you're like an A+, still sleeping with the teacher. I'm like the golf course, got me some slack. I don't have fancy marketing or radio ads. I'm like the golf course, unsure and it shows. No, I don't boast. I'm like the golf course. I'm like the Gold Coast. I'm like the Gold Coast. Cut me some slack. I'm a middle child too, with an ego to match. I'm like the Gold Coast. I'm shy and it shows. No, I don't boast. I'm like the golf course. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. That song called Golf Course. It's off an album called The Rough Draft. Yeah. Let's do a little more cozy Q&A. We've entered the home stretch of this live stream. I have some things to talk about, which are going to stay between me and the 34 people who are watching the stream right now. Just for watching the stream, I've got a little more info on what the heck I'm doing. People have been watching my Instagram or have been in the old Discord. You have probably noticed that there's some stuff happening in my world. Yeah, people talking about the space photo. So here's what I'm willing to talk about. Stuff is happening. More is gonna be sooner than you think. The album is still a little ways away. But if anybody was around in 2020, you might remember that before Bigger Than Myself came out, I released a couple of singles ahead of the album. I released Pebbles, and I released Pine Cones. Was it about 4 weeks before the album came out, and then 2 weeks before the album came out? And I think the people who were around then would not be surprised to hear that maybe I'm doing something similar. Anyways, the little artwork that you've been getting glimpses at, I will say, is not it's not the album artwork. It's not the full album artwork for the fourth album, but it is something. That's just a little clue. I've seen some people in the Discord saying, "Oh, this is the album artwork. The album must be, a week away," and it's a little further than that, but it won't be too much longer before you have something to listen to. Fred says, "I couldn't spot the catterbug in the photo. I just assumed it couldn't be the album artwork." Gotta be patient. Album today. No, you gotta wait a little bit longer. But it's around the corner. So yeah, just keep in mind. Last time I did a single, and then 2 weeks later a single, and then 2 weeks later an album. So I'm just playing the course of the Gulf Coast. If anybody is trying to figure out what I'm doing. Yeah, so that's just a little, just for watching my little Sunday stream. That's a little more information that I'm giving on the posts. But yeah, I think, you know, music normally releases on Fridays. That's pretty usual, yeah. So. What's today? Sunday? Interesting. So yeah, there's a little information for you. Why don't we do like 5 more minutes of cozy Q&A? And then I'll play one more song, and then I'm gonna get back to what I was doing, because I'm having a very busy day. A lot to do in the next 5 or so days. Let me see if I can remember any other interesting stories from the tour. First one that popped into my head was in Charlotte. We had a 9-year-old girl at the show who sang every word to every song, and then afterwards came up to me and was like, "This is the best day of my life so far." It's just all like, oh, just melt my heart. That was definitely a highlight. Oh yeah, the ladybug story too. When I was playing in DC at Comet Ping Pong, and I right before I play Be Glad I Love You, I always chat about my wife, whose name is Ladybug, and I just say like, yo, this song is about my wife Ladybug, and like as I said that, a actual real life ladybug like flew out of the ether and landed on my shoulder, and everyone was like, and I was like, and I was like, is it, because I couldn't see it, right? I knew it, something had landed on me, but I couldn't see it. It was like right here, like in the spot that I just like, I physically couldn't see. And I was like, is this happening? And everyone was like, yeah. And so I played all of Be Glad I Love You with a ladybug literally perched on my shoulder. And then as I played the song and I finished, and I was like, is it still there? And everyone's like, yeah, it's still there. And I was like, oh God, if I do anything that like kills, like if this ladybug dies on me in the show, everyone's gonna hate me. So I was like just trying so hard to be so still while still performing. And so I start my final song playing Dear McCracken, and I feel like right here, I feel a little feet, and I was like, oh, it's on my face, and it's like slowly crawling up my cheek as I'm like playing Dear McCracken, and like I know for a fact everybody in the room is just watching this ladybug on my face, and I'm like, I can push through this, I can do this, it's fine, it's just a ladybug, it's not gonna hurt me, like don't fall off, don't die, don't crawl into my mouth, and then as I'm like in the bridge of the song, it's like it's on my nose, it's literally in between my eyes, and I'm just like, I have to stop. And so I stopped the song. I was like literally in like the bridge of Dear Dragon, and everyone just waits for me to like get this ladybug safely off my face, and I handed it to my dad, who my dad was backstage, has no idea what's going on, but people just start chanting like Papa Bug, to get him to come out to help me, and he runs out and I give him the ladybug, and then dad gives it to Matt sets it free outside. Anyways, so that is the story of me having a ladybug on my face during the DC show, which would have been great if that show had been recorded, but of all the times that our little recorder decided to just be like, I'm not gonna work today, it was DC, so we don't have any evidence of it, but I believe someone did take a picture of the ladybug. I think Matt definitely ran out on stage and took a picture of the ladybug on my collar, and then I think somebody else in the audience was taking pictures. So if anybody has a picture of that ladybug, definitely send it to me, because that was very fun. Yeah, cool. One more song. We leave it to the wheel. Cool. Last one. Here we go. We got torn between a couple. Yeah, we got torn between a couple on that one. So let's do a T-back song. What are y'all feeling? I've done Piano Teacher. I've done Gulf Coast. Yeah, I could do that. I was teasing these chords earlier. I played this song because, like, okay, y'all, the people who are here are presumably in like the top 1% of just like bug hunter like fans and knowledge. And when I say like, hey, here's a song called Slow Burn, 95% of you probably know this song because you're here. You're here sitting watching me in my office playing a live stream. But when you go out into the real world, you know, certain songs play better than others. So Dear McCracken, Disco, Two Bed, Two Bath, they're well known. Go into a room of 200 people and they know those songs. But in all my travels, I try and play some deeper cut songs, and normally they're met with a lot of quiet respect. But I played Slow Burn in Milwaukee. I think it was like the third night of the tour. And if y'all didn't sing along to Slow Burn in a way that I have never had happen before, so all my years of kind of giving the when people ask me my favorite song I've written, and I always just say, you know what, Slow Burn, maybe it's not my favorite, but it's the most underappreciated. So I had a full arc with Slow Burn on this tour, hearing a room, a sold out room, sing along to Slow Burn. So just wanted y'all to know, all y'all who want me to play Slow Burn for the meme, it finally got its moment to shine in Milwaukee, which I was very excited about. Anyways, this song's called Slow Burn. Cue the music, let it build. The melancholy soundtrack of a summer indie film. I'm the quirky, unconventional leading guy. I say stupid garbage no one's ever said in their real life. Like I've been taking bigger breaths lately, 'cause you told me not to hold it, waiting for you to come in. Slow burn, I trade a kiss from her for a laugh to pass your lips. And a slow burn, my heart goes pitter patter, pitter patter, batter up, I'm up next. Slow burn, 'cause it's the only light I know. So while there's some hope for you and me, I burn real slow. So let's stay home tonight, my love. I don't like crowded rooms or the silly folk that fill them up. My introversion's not a charming trait. My wit's not good for much, but thinking up useless stuff to say, like my hopes are sleeping quietly in bed. 'Cause you told me not to get them up, dreaming one day you'd come in. Slow burn, I trade a kiss from her for a laugh past your lips. And the slow burn, my heart goes pitter patter, pitter patter, batter up, I'm up next. Slow burn, 'cause it's the only light I know. So while there's some hope for you and me, I burn real slow. follow the letter. I didn't know better, so I didn't get better. I've loved her so long, and I can't quite remember that all of my eggs in her basket won't hatch. But I counted each one, and now I want them all back. Slow burn, I trade a kiss from her for a laugh to pass your lips. And the slow burn, my heart goes pitter patter, pitter patter, batter up. I'm up next. Slow burn, 'cause it's the only line I know. So while there's some hope for you and me, I burn real slow. Thanks, sweetheart. I'm surprised Ladybug in the middle of that song as well. Awesome. So that's Slow Burn. And that is the third song from my stream. And that is where I am gonna wrap it up today. So thanks everybody for welcoming me back home. I love streaming. It's very fun. I think it definitely helps in between tours. It was very, very wonderful to meet so many of you in July, and to see you all in the real world, and for y'all to meet us in all these different cities. Because I know so many people drove from, they'd say, oh, we drove an hour, we drove 2 hours. There's one guy in Charlotte that was like, I live 3 blocks from here. So that guy might have traveled the least amount, but for everybody who traveled and, made lodging arrangements and just gas and cars and flights and everything that you did to come see Matt and me and Kyle and Jesse and Dad at our shows, you've bought us all another year. As long as things are going well, we can say, hey, we're going to keep doing this. A good 2023 means that 2024 becomes another year of a full-time bug hunter, and that's where we're definitely at now. So I appreciate everybody for all that you've done. We're getting real close to new music. Keep your eye out. I might see you one more time between now and the next time. There might be just some little something to show you. Really excited. So definitely clear your schedules for like evening time on Thursday. Anyways, that's just for y'all. That's for y'all for being here. So cool. I'm gonna go do other things. I got a lot of work to do. Thanks everyone for being here, and I will see you on Wednesday. And then maybe we'll chat on Thursday evening too. You never know. So cool. Everyone have a great rest of your Sunday.